Hey you guys, it's that time. Pick a story where in one of the decks or all of the decks could be a story or a message for you. So what I like to do is to hold each deck up to the camera so that you can see if it's resonating with you. Starting with deck number 1. Could your story or message be here in deck number 1? Or could your story or message be here in deck number 2? Could your story or message be there? Or could it be here in deck number 3? Is your story or message here in deck number 3? All right. So I hope you have made your selection. We'll go ahead and begin with deck number 1. We have the Three of Wands, the Queen of Cups, Death, the Sun, the Magician. Overall energy, we have the King of Wands, the Emperor, and the Ten of Cups. All right, so overall energy here, I can't help but to notice that the way this is drawn, and it's not supposed to be that way, but I'm just noticing a big 7 across his lower body. So I don't know if something about the number 7 is very significant for you, or if something's been going on for 7 days, 7 months, 7 weeks, something happening on the 7th. That could be significant. Now I'm also getting here that something is divine energy, divine timing, and dealing with self-mastery. Now, I don't know, I'm also hearing like Father Flame or the Father of Flames. So I don't know if you're researching anything dealing with esotericism or hidden knowledge, but I'm kind of hearing that name, Father of Flames or Father Flames. Now, yeah, going back to like self-mastery, I feel like something's going on where you are definitely going towards your desires, or there's something that maybe you have planned out. I feel like you're burning with desire or burning with passion about something and ready to maybe make some moves. It's possible that you've already kind of put in the groundwork or whatever, and now here you're just kind of waiting for something to manifest. I also feel that maybe something's going on with family, a father figure, or your actual father, or the father of your children, or if you're a guy watching, you as a father. Something's talking about fatherhood and family and being a breadwinner and taking on some sort of responsibility. Someone is also like the king of his castle, or maybe runs an empire. Now, there could be a situation where someone is wanting to, someone has like a lot of things except for one thing. Now, I almost feel like someone has family, or they have the ideal person in mind, and maybe they need to go towards that. Or this person has emotional fulfillment, but now wants financial fulfillment, and has gone on to set out some sort of plan to get that. or to reach that goal. Either way, I feel like something is getting ready to manifest. You might have it in your blood to be an entrepreneur. I see you being very masterful, very creative. Something is like your masterpiece. I almost feel like somebody is like, and now for my grand finale. So I feel like someone has been doing things little by little, and now they're getting ready to reveal something very major, very big, something that they've been working on. This can go very well for those of you that are performance artists, or if you work in a creative field. You work behind the scenes. Maybe you've been piecing together your movie and editing things, and now you're getting ready to show it or reveal that film. Maybe you've been working on some sort of music piece, and now you're getting ready to release it. You could literally be someone either behind the scenes or that's going to be in a spotlight, someone who's a performer. I feel too like someone is coming out redefined or re-emerging from a death or some sort of changes. Maybe someone has transitioned, their life has been changed, and it's like, okay, this is the new me. I'm getting ready to reveal myself. And truthfully, yeah, this can be about anyone who is transgender or someone who is just like shedding their physical identity. Maybe someone's having plastic surgery. It could be anything, but it's like coming out just like a different person, and not knowing or recognizing this person anymore. In a love situation, yes, it can be that someone has returned and has gone through so many emotional changes. They've matured to a point where you don't even recognize them. And they're like, oh, you're not the immature person that you once were. You're not the insecure person. You're just different. You know, you're not, you have so much confidence. So whatever the case is, somebody is coming back very bold, very confident, very ready. Spirituality also could have been something that changed you if this is your transformation. And I'm looking at how the justice scales are kind of highlighted here. So maybe some of you are now balanced emotionally, physically, spiritually. Something is well-rounded. I feel like someone has gotten things in order. Yeah. I just feel like you're ready. And I'm hearing like this, there's an old group called Ready for the World. I don't know if someone's into Ready for the World music. But I also feel like just in general, someone is just ready for the new. It's just kind of like, bring it. I feel like you guys are going to be very successful or very optimistic about the future. Some of you are visionaries, very creative. Maybe you also just thought of some sort of amazing idea that no one else has thought of. Maybe you're getting ready to invent something. And so I say, if you have just thought of something, work on it. Like, now, get it together, get that idea out there. So there's something that you're needing to do where if you've been creating something, I feel like you should work on it because it's going to be successful. I know too, like it looks like someone's ship is coming in, and I don't feel like you're going to miss it. It's like, okay, I'm getting on this time. Maybe something's happened in the past where previously you felt like you missed an opportunity. I feel like there's an opportunity coming towards you, and it's a big opportunity. And I feel like you're going to take advantage of it. Maybe this is an opportunity to travel. Maybe it's a relationship opportunity. whatever it is, it just seems like your pie in the sky. This is a big pie in the sky, and it's like it's coming towards you. I see too something in regards to a premonition. Something maybe told you about this. You could have been visited by a spirit. A spirit may have given you some sort of messages in your dreams. Definitely could be dealing with a Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces, Aries as well. Now, I also feel that there is going to be some sort of ending here too. There's something that's ending. It's possible that someone ended a relationship and now it's like, okay, the world is mine now. I can do the things that I set out to do, that I said I was going to do, because it could have been that a relationship was holding you back, or a relationship was holding your future love interest back. If this is about a relationship, be prepared, because this person may have just gotten out of a relationship. So I feel like this is a very newly single person. And I think they're going to hide that from you too, because I feel like they don't want you to know that, or feel like that you're going to be a rebound. And not saying that you are going to be a rebound, but this is kind of like, I feel like this person's thoughts and their feelings. They're like, I don't want this person thinking that they're a rebound. So I'm not going to tell them that I just got out of this relationship, or that I'm in between relationships. But I feel like it's an ending. I feel like something is finally ended, and something about it, I just feel like this person is putting on a show, or not. They're masking something. Someone also may have just gone through a loss, but they're making light of it. They're like, oh yes, no big deal. Like maybe someone just lost a family member, but when you talk to them, they're kind of blowing it off, or just like grazing the surface. Oh yeah, you know, they passed away, but yeah, about this new restaurant I just found. It's like, well, what? Like, wait a minute, this is serious. Like, are you okay? You know, I just feel like this person is trying to cover up the fact that they just lost something major. Maybe someone just lost their job, and they're just like, oh yeah, I lost my job. I was making hundreds of thousands, but you know, but whatever. You know, I just feel like someone doesn't want to make a big deal about it. And that could be because it's too emotional. It could be that someone never cared in the first place. So yeah. I'm seeing something dealing with electricity. I almost want to say like it's the best thing since the light bulb. Like, I don't know what this is, but I feel like something is dealing with energy or electricity. Maybe someone has discovered something that can change the world. Or change the way we communicate, change the way, you know, like something's going on pretty big, I feel like. Now, that also could be something on a global scale if that's not like your individualized energy. But I still feel like someone is about to do something very creative or magical. And it's just like, how did you do that? Someone maybe knows how to manifest very well, or can show you how you can manifest. I'm getting something about death and ashes. I feel like someone, I'm not predicting death. I'm talking about a death that has already happened. But I feel like someone has been cremated, or that was their request. Something about someone's cremation seems to be significant, or on someone's altar. If you have someone's ashes nearby and you've been dreaming about them, I do feel like you've been communicating with that person. Someone's been talking indirectly or doing things in a metaphysical way with you, maybe while you're sleeping. I feel like this is about the ending of some sort of indirect communication. It's like, okay, no more of that. Let's come direct. If it's not about coming direct, then someone is about to show you something pretty major. Those of you that are into because I'm getting like stuff that deals with like real off the wall stuff. Okay, so those of you that believe in stuff like that, because I know I do. But I'm getting something like if you've been witnessing weird metaphysical things and you believe in portals and time travel and stuff like that, I feel that you're getting ready to see something really major that proves your theory. It's like, oh, I knew my theory was right about, time travel or interdimensional beings or ghosts, or something's going on where I feel like it's getting ready to be proven to you, or maybe something proves that you're connected to somebody. Somebody also may have been doing a lot of candle magic, and I'm getting something about maybe seeing something in the flames. Somebody may know how to read flames, or you see your flames talking or hear them talking to you, or you actually understand something that your flames said. You're like, that was a word. I feel like if you're doing candle magic, there's something about the flames that are really going to be talking and communicating, or you can like divinate with flames. You're like I'm able to divinate with flames. I can see the future. I can see messages. Like something's going on with flames. Something else I'm getting about flames. No, okay, something about the study of the dead. I feel like I'm going to pronounce it wrong. I tried to pronounce it last time. Oh my God. Let me try to Google it first. Necromancy. I hope I'm saying it right. Like, I'm getting something about that. Oh, okay, so that's like communicating with the dead in order to predict the future. So yeah, some of you may have that gift. But I am picking up a lot of like those of you that divinate, you might find that you have some other type of gift, or maybe you didn't know you could do this, or maybe it's just awakened in you. Okay, I feel like I need to talk about portals too. Something I was researching about, and maybe this is also something you can relate to. Like it was something, oh my God, something about studying portals and how some people are able to open up portals because of, I guess either the area that they're in is very spiritual or has had something very tragic happen, or someone is just, within themselves. It's like they have some sort of gift within where they're able to open up portals or portals open up around them. So I can't remember what it is. I don't want to go digging, but it is something about portals that may be significant to you. And then because I'm seeing flames, so I don't know if you've ever seen, I personally have felt like there are portals that open up in my room. Like I kind of feel that way now, like why I've been having so much heightened activity in here. And I know one of the earliest things I saw when I first moved in here was that I would see energy lines. So I don't know if, and you know how energy lines look like, fire, like when there's a big flame and it's making those wavy lines. I kind of feel like maybe some of you are seeing that, except there's not a flame. But what you're seeing is kind of like a smokeless fire. That's also something that is taught in Islam about the jinn. They are made of a smokeless fire. Some people might associate jinns with demons and stuff like that, but there are good-natured demons, and then there are some that are, bad-natured, just like humans. So I don't know if some of you are discovering that you can communicate with jinn. And jinn is also a translation of genie. And I was getting the image of like rubbing a genie in a bottle type situation too. So you guys might be onto some sort of spiritual discoveries. So I feel like something is being manifested in your home, like I was saying. But I also get on a mundane level that some of you are manifesting a home, especially if you're looking for a home. I feel like you're manifesting a home. I also feel like something about an illusion is being revealed, or someone is removing their mask. Someone may come out with the truth or reveal something pretty major. Someone has been withholding information about a relationship or their desires or a pregnancy. There's something in regards to somebody was like in a relationship, and I feel like either you are the catalyst that broke them up or got them out of that relationship, or this has happened to you. This is why the relationship ended, because someone kind of came into your partner's life, and they were the catalyst to make them have some sort of realization. Maybe, unfortunately, I'm getting like they weren't happy, so they like left, or they had been living a lie. Yeah. And then overall, I'm getting something about some new form of communication being established, or even if it's like you just getting a new phone. It's like, I got a brand new phone and it can do this. Like, I don't know, I just kind of feel that something in regards to the way you communicate, whether it's communicating with spirits, interdimensional beings, new telephone, that might be something pretty major for you guys. So those are the messages for deck number 1. We'll move on to deck number 2. We have the Fool, the Hermit, the Knight of Swords, 3 of Coins, 9 of Coins. Overall energy, we have the 10 of Coins, Page of Coins, 5 of Coins. All right. So I feel like maybe someone went from nothing to something, or there's some sort of rags to riches story that could be going on or developing with you guys. Someone is going from feeling a lack of something to abundance and realizing that something was taken for granted. I feel like you are having a sense of security, especially when it comes to material things. Like maybe it feels like you have it all. And I see some sort of unexpected decision is going to be made. You might end up taking some sort of trip, or someone may come and visit you out the blue. I'm also seeing something like being captured, like in a flash, like capturing something. You may witness something and it happened so quick, but you saw it, or you witnessed it, or you're seeing something out the corner of your eye. Something also may happen within a blink of an eye. I feel like there's some sort of unexpected changes, like something opened up, or you found the answers to something, or you are going down a rabbit hole. And then I'm looking at the forest and how this person is all alone. Something is coming off as being Alice in Wonderland. I feel like your curiosity is about to take you down. and you're just going to be exploring things and having fun on some sort of new journey. You also seem to be getting lost in your own world and coming off very detached. I feel like you're also getting ready to like stand out from the crowd or do something completely different than anyone else. You may be rediscovering yourself, or it's just like something is like a rediscovery. It's like it's unheard of. You may be thinking outside of the box in a big way. Now, I feel like you are also doing some sort of research, and it could be researching astrology. It could be regular research on history, school, your family tree especially, because you might be trying to find out why you're the black sheep of the family, and then now it all makes sense. Something has been passed down or hidden in your DNA. I'm getting something about untapped potential. Something's opening up for you. You're discovering something very important about yourself and your life path. I feel like you are kind of focused on yourself this next coming week. You're being completely independent. Maybe you're coming off a little isolated. Maybe you're isolating yourself from unusual thinking or actions. Maybe you also could get kicked out of something. It's like you're kicked out of this because you're too radical. You're too this. We can't define you. We don't know how to put you in a box. You're coming off like divinely unique. Those of you that are into astronomy may discover a star, or maybe you are naming, if you discover a star, I think you get to name it. So something's going on where maybe you are naming a star, or maybe you are discovering that you are from a star family, or you understand where your origin comes from cosmically. I feel too like something is in a spotlight, or something like a searchlight. Something is like a searchlight. Either you are a light for other people to find you that's on a similar path, or whatever you've been searching for opens up to you. It's like, over here, this is what you're looking for. Come here, drink me, eat me. But but seriously, like the whole Alice in Wonderland story is starting to stand out to me for some reason. Like maybe you feel like that's you. You're like, that's my story, or my ancestors, one of my relatives wrote that book, or just something about that story is really standing out to you. Maybe you see it in a different light. Maybe you all of a sudden are interpreting code or riddles, like you just see right through it. You're like, oh, that whole thing is code. Like it's almost like you don't know what happened. It's all of a sudden you see clear coding, clear messages. And maybe that was your gift all along, something that was dormant within you. I'm also seeing like some sort of communication. You might hear from someone that you've been thinking about, or it's almost still like you channeled them, or maybe they channel you. I don't know. But I do feel like there's going to be communication from someone. The signs I'm picking up on are Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Yeah. In a work situation, I feel like you are climbing the corporate ladder. And see, now the sun just came out. It's been cloudy all day, so it's like the sun is beaming out now. So yeah, you might discover the truth about something, or have clarity about what something is. Like something is like your hidden potential has been untapped. I just keep getting like it's been awakened, it's been unleashed. Okay, so I do feel like something's going on as far as career. Like maybe you are climbing the corporate ladder, if not that, or like they're creating a position just for you. It's like, oh, we didn't have this position at this company, but we're making it just for you. If you work for yourself, or maybe you're just starting to work for yourself, I feel like maybe you are being very inventive and thinking outside the box, or doing something that no one's ever done before. Something that's very unheard of, to the point where it's like we don't know where to categorize your business. Like, what is this? I feel too like you may discover some sort of loopholes that get you a fortune or desires. It's like, how did I not know about this loophole? There's some sort of loophole that I feel is going to give you financial security. Now, it kind of makes me think of, I don't know if you've ever heard of like getting your sovereignty and what do you call it? Relinquishing, oh my God, when you relinquish your social security number. And so you are considered completely independent and from the government. And I don't know too much about it. I keep saying that like I'm going to do more research about it. I haven't done it yet. About how your social security number is actually a bank account that supposedly you don't know, not supposedly, I believe it. I feel like it's true. I'm just saying supposedly because I haven't done my own research enough to like give you all like hardcore facts. But it's like, you know, that social is a bank account number. And once you detach from your name, which is a corporation name that they've been, you know, I guess storing money away in your name, which is a corporation. It's like once you detach from that, it becomes yours. And then it's like a bottomless pit of money, supposedly. I don't think it's like you just go to the bank and you're like, I want to withdraw billions of dollars. More so like anything that you want, you just like write it in that name or whatever. And you're like, okay, I have a house, I have a car, and all of this is being paid out of that unlimited bank account that you have. So I kind of feel like something like that. Maybe some of you did just, you know, become sovereign. And so this is your story. Or maybe that's what you're planning on doing. Or maybe this is just something similar. It's just like something even more high level than being sovereign. It's like I didn't even have to do the paperwork. I just found this loophole and now all of a sudden I have access to all this material wealth. So something's going on where I feel like you're discovering something and you did it all on your own. If you were lacking in confidence, if you were lacking in finances, if you were lacking in anything, it just looks like you discover it. You're rediscovering yourself. Now, I feel like you're also spending money this week. You might be making some sort of a huge purchase, or maybe you are spending money on yourself or your physical appearance. And that's because you have the money to do so. Some of you, I feel that this is the early beginning stages of something in your life. Something is just the beginning, or you've only seen the tip of the iceberg, and there's so much more to come. So you also might be seeing a preview. That's also maybe what this little slither is making me think of in the darkness. Like you're seeing a preview to something. It's like this is just a preview to what's to come. And so don't be alarmed if the door is closed after previewing something. I feel like that's just to establish something. Maybe establish your trust, your faith, to get you prepared. It's like, okay, phase 1 has been completed. Now just get ready and know that phase 2 is going to be starting or happening. I feel like you're also being asked to be patient in your situation, but you seem to be patient. Like something happens where you're just kind of chill. Maybe too chill to the point where people are like, you okay? Like you are behaving very carefree about something. Or like nothing bothers you. So coming off very unbothered. I feel like a lot of you are going to find your career calling this week too. You definitely could be starting a new job. Matter of fact, something could find you, like you didn't have to really lift a finger. Something just came to you, like you were approached. Something or someone's been looking for you. So with the Fool, I feel like you are detaching from some sort of ongoing cycle or something that wasn't going anywhere, and or you couldn't figure something out, so you just made your own exit. You're like, I don't see the exit out of this, or I'm leaving this way. I'm not following the rules anymore. Those rules aren't working for me. This is what I'm going to do. So again, thinking outside the box is what's going to get you ahead or get you out of a cycle. Maybe there's been a cycle of wasting money, spending money, and I feel like you find a way to break that cycle. I almost want to say if you were invited to join, to open an account somewhere, to maybe do it. In a love situation, I feel that you were struggling with temptation or someone who you were trying to run away from, or kept going back and kept going back to. I feel like you found a way out of that cycle. It's like, I'm tired of us taking turns between chaser and runner, or playing cat and mouse or whatever it was. And I feel like you find a way out of that. I see blockages being broken. And then I also want to say about those generational curses being broken, removed, unlocked. Somebody might figure out a way to become debt free. I feel like something is in your bloodline. Like, it's like something is meant for you. It's like this was meant to happen. This is your birthright. Something is your birthright is what I'm getting. Some sort of inheritance. I just feel like there is a glitch somewhere, but it was for you. Like, you escaped something that maybe most people don't get to escape. It's like people are like, how'd you get out of paying your taxes? Truthfully, that's another thing that if you do enough research on, that you don't have to pay either. But you got to know what you're doing and what you're talking about. But I kind of feel like something that everybody else has to do, you found a way around it. I also feel like if anyone's been sick, like their health is being restored. I almost feel like maybe too, somebody's discovering the fountain of youth. Or maybe it seems that way. Maybe you invent some sort of a product, a health product that can make you money. I feel like health may be significant to you, but in a positive sense. Or maybe it took for you to become ill or to have a certain type of condition that brought you to this conclusion, or that put you on this path to discovery. Yeah, you guys are headed towards independence, finances, and good health. Something has been waiting for you. Like, it's almost like the world or the universe has just been waiting for you to discover this, or waiting on you to make the first move. Or, like I said, something discovers you because it's your birthright. I feel like you may be unaware of some enemies that you have, or some enemies that you work with. Something's going on with your enemies, or the people who, somebody that you were, had beef with or issues with. I don't know if this person is plotting something against you. It's possible that you were already forewarned and that you're being protected. Something is being blocked out. Now, also, something in regards to ego and just focusing on you. You could have been dealing with your own ego, and I feel like now you are breaking free of that, which is what is giving you clarity now. Your own pride could have been preventing you from progressing in life or progressing with something. And now I feel like that's being relieved. Like your ego isn't in the way anymore. Something about in thirds, but you having a bigger share. I don't know if you started a company with 2 other people, but you hold the most shares. Or if an offer is being made to you where you would hold the most shares out of the 3 people. There's a big opportunity coming towards you. There's getting ready to be some sort of changes in your life. You're going to feel very fortunate for something. And I also feel like you are showing your gratitude, or you're being appreciated. Could be someone is showing you that you're appreciated. Okay, I'm hearing something about the man in the mirror. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. So I don't know if you like really took a look at yourself, or took a look at the big picture of something. And now it removed some sort of blockages, or gave you the clarity that you needed. Someone also regrets a decision that was made in a love situation. I feel like someone regrets a decision that was made, and they're wanting to reconcile. Someone wants to put the past behind and start over. There's an opportunity coming up for this to happen for some of you. also feel that maybe you had to lose something in order to appreciate it or understand. Yeah, to understand appreciation. But I feel now you really appreciate something. So it's going to be restored to you, whatever it was that you lost. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to deck number 3. We have the Knight of Wands, the Magician, the Five of Cups, the Page of Cups, the Star. Overall energy, we have the Knave of Wands, or the Page, the Sun, and the Five of Wands. Okay. I feel like you guys are discovering your passion, or you're feeling alive again. I feel that Spirit had to make you very uncomfortable in a situation in order to get you to realize something or to take some sort of action. And I feel like something worked. You may be manifesting or attracting something that you ask for, something that you desire. It does look like something is coming, someone is coming towards you. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, especially maybe that Leo energy is standing out the most. But this person may have a lot of pride or a big ego. I'm getting Damien for someone, or Davion. Whoever is coming towards you, whether it's romantic or business, I feel like you should question their intentions. I don't know what it is that they're covering up. I feel like someone is coming towards you, and I don't know if they're playing mind games or if they are some sort of distraction. If someone is trying to throw you off your game, I feel like it's not going to work. And I feel like whoever's been trying to play mind games, they're going to get, their plans are going to backfire, or something's going to turn back on them. Now, I also feel like somebody is finding clever ways to get you to communicate with them, or they're finding clever ways to apologize, or they're apologizing indirectly. In a love situation, I feel like someone is maybe ready to put themselves out there. I don't know if it's you or if it's someone coming towards you. Someone is trying to make it very easy. Someone's trying to ease your mind, or put your mind at ease. Something didn't work first. I feel like that didn't work. So maybe if someone was coming at you trying to charm you or whatever, impress you, I feel like it didn't work. And then they come back, and this time this person is being real. They're like, okay, let me be real. Let me show you all of me. Let me, take off this mask that I was wearing. And I feel that someone's authenticity is what draws you in. Yeah, I feel like it takes someone to be very confident, very honest, to attract you, or that's what you're doing. Maybe that you had to learn a lesson to just be yourself. I'm seeing you also being very generous or being very giving of yourself with people around you or with a love interest. And I'm also seeing fires being put out. So something could have been a sense of urgency, or there was some sort of frustration going on with your life. And then I just feel like the star kind of swoops in, or the universe steps in and puts out those fires to restore your faith. You're like, oh, finally, thank you, God. Thank you, universe. I don't have to worry about this anymore. So there was something that you were concerned about, and I feel like you don't have to worry about that anymore. Problem solved. Someone may serenade you, like via the internet. Matter of fact, this whole row could be that. Like, this is someone's clever way of apologizing or showing some sort of affection towards you over social media. And I feel like they're serenading you. I feel like they're playing a song, they're playing an artist, they're talking about the times you shared together, the memories, they're being nostalgic. I feel like someone is also trying to make up for lost time. This is also showing me that if you were grieving about something, you felt like something was too late, you felt like you lost something, you wouldn't find something anymore. I feel like the star is stepping in to show you that yes, you will, or here it is right here. Here's what you've been crying about, or, you know, just whatever it is. I feel like it's being restored to you. If something literally gets lost, I feel like it's going to be returned to you. So like if someone stole your money, if you lost an item, even if, God forbid, you know, like someone's child got lost in a store or something, I just feel like, oh, here they are, you know. I feel too like maybe someone had to be vulnerable to get what they wanted. For some of you, I feel like it's meant for you to share your gifts with people, or explain to people, show people how to do what you did. You might be vlogging about something on the internet. It's like you're sharing your gifts or your knowledge about something, and it's helping other people. You might find out that a fire sign was manipulating you or using you, or maybe you were manipulating a fire sign. But it also looks like an earth sign was involved too. Okay, so I'm getting something about somebody being the same person. You might find out that somebody was the same person, or they're one and the same, unless you were doing that, especially if you were internet dating or communicating with someone via the internet. And it's kind of like a catfish situation where it's kind of like something was switched. So let's say you were talking to this person, you were talking to that person, but you just found out that they were the same person. So it's just like, it's disappointing, but not really. Especially if like you liked both people, the disappointing part is more so the illusion or the lie. And I'm not saying that's for everybody, but I do have something where you discover that somebody was the same person. Or let's say you've been talking to multiple personalities and with people on social media, and it turns out several of your followers were the same person and you were interacting with each of them differently as if they were different people. You want to ask why somebody did something. I'm getting that they were lonely and that they felt bad about it and they didn't know that something was going to go that far. So it's kind of like the same type of story. Also, something could have started off as payback or just a game. Something starts off phony is the most I can make out of it. That was a fake profile. And yes, I do get something like somebody has too much time on their hands. I also feel that someone has been dating someone just to distract themselves from what they really want. So I don't know if you are dating someone, but you're not really interested in that person. You're just trying to deflect from something else that's really going on. It's like, this is just to waste time. I'm not taking it serious. I'm just trying to move on. So there could be many of you just trying to distract yourself from what's really in your heart. Someone is also being very manipulative with their child, or someone's child is being very manipulative. So, Five of Cups is talking about somebody that's been thinking long and hard about what they did or what they didn't do or what they could have done. It's a lot of shoulda, woulda, coulda, and wondering what the outcome would have been had this happen or that happen. I feel like something is a comeback story. Like I'm getting the image of Rocky. I've never seen Rocky. I'm assuming he was defeated at some point and went into training. If he wasn't, I'm just still getting the story of the underdog or someone, yeah, like the story of an underdog. Someone coming out on top after feeling defeated at first. I also get that somebody may be unaware that their friend is attracted to them. I do feel like someone, again, wants to make up for lost time. Someone is trying to express that they're sorry or that they have regrets. Someone also may be going through a breakup or has recently broke up. Someone thought the grass was greener. I also feel that somebody who feels like they're always being used or only viewed as a sexual object, whoever's been upset about that finally gets someone who sees their worth, who sees them for who they are. Or that you will, like your prayers are going to be answered for those of you that feel like people only view you as a sexual object. Also, there's someone in your life where I feel like you're able to see right through them, like they can't distract you or they can't play games with you. Nothing they do works. I feel that you see this person for everything that they are, good or bad. And I feel like that's a first. Like this person is like, normally people can't see that. Normally people, I'm able to get away with this and that. But I feel like not with you. A relationship may start off as long distance. I feel too, if you move forward with somebody, the relationship or the energy between the two of you can be addictive. You guys are going to have to set boundaries with each other. The attraction is too intense. Yeah. I feel like you're going to attract your deepest desires. Like that's something that is manifesting. And either way, I feel like a broken heart is healed or your faith is going to be restored. All right, so hopefully these messages have helped, but feel free to leave your feedback. Thank you guys so much for watching. Sending you love and grace.